Why do you feel like you have to work so hard to exist? Why do you feel like you have to earn your right to exist? What makes it so hard for you to exist without exhausting yourself? Conditional worth. This video is going to be about the wound of conditional worth. People who have suffered with feeling worthy with certain conditions in their life have adopted certain equations which have made it extremely difficult for them to feel comfortable being themselves. It makes them work so hard just to feel worthy enough to exist as themselves. Conditional worth is not asking yourself, do I need love or do I deserve love? It's you asking yourself, do I deserve to exist? How can I get more kinder, more beautiful, more impressive, more attractive, easy to get along with, so I may feel like I have the right to exist as myself in this world? It doesn't affect your ability to feel loved. It affects your ability to feel like you deserve to occupy space. People who are driven by conditional worth do not realize how many silent equations they're living by and how hard they have made their life for themselves. When I was not aware of how deeply my conditional worth was affecting me, it was so damn hard for me to feel rested, for me to rest without feeling guilty. It was so hard for me to not earn my rest. It made me believe that rest was only an option when I was productive. Similarly, there are people, you may be one of them, where you feel the need to overextend yourself, to be kind enough to people. So you may feel deserving of that kindness. You may believe that if I help enough, if I overextend myself to be available for people, that's the only time that I deserve kindness. Kindness becomes a luxury for you. And if somebody is kind to you, that kindness may feel like a threat because deep down you've never allowed yourself to receive kindness without any strings attached to it. Similarly, a person who doesn't find themselves beautiful and they do a lot of work to feel beautiful, and they have this perfect standard of themselves that, okay, this is a version of me that looks pretty enough. In a way, maybe my hair is done, my makeup's done, my clothes are perfect, and that's the only time I'm attractive, and that is the only time I may receive attention and compliments from people. So if they go out otherwise, without makeup, without that perfect standard, and they meet people and they get complimented, they don't feel easy to receive or accept or to believe in those compliments. For them, they start questioning themselves, what could be the motive? Because that also feels like a threat. Why exactly does this person compliment me? What do they need from me? So beauty and the perfect standard you have set for yourself becomes a payment for attention. Then I have seen so many people completely exhausting themselves just so that they can feel like they deserve love. They believe, if I don't disappoint anyone, that's the only time I deserve love. They feel so guilty if they have to say no, that they would rather overextend themselves and exhaust themselves than to take space, take care of their health, and prioritize their health, mind, and body just so that they can feel loved. And if love comes to them with no strings attached, they question it. They don't believe it. They don't receive it. It becomes a threat. Why does this person show love towards me when I didn't do anything for them? So the only time they are able to receive love is when they have done something for someone, if they have not disappointed anyone. And if you're in that situation, you don't attract people who genuinely pour into you or love you. You attract people who have a transactional relationship with you because you're doing a lot for them. There is another equation that I have seen in people, which people are living by, and I am a great example of that. If I achieve enough, then I'm enough. Without being hyper productive and a high achiever, you feel like you are nothing. Our worth becomes tied to our achievements. My worth became tied to my productivity and achievements. So when I rested, I felt guilty. When I didn't achieve something, I felt like a loser. Because since I'm a high achiever, the standard was so high that I kept working hard and hard and hard to become somebody which I never became because the standard kept increasing. That's the problem with us high achievers, that achievement feels like a proof of worth. And no matter how much we achieve, it never feels enough. So we get stuck in this loop of constantly wanting to do more so we can feel like we are more than who we are right now. But the standard keeps changing. We exhaust ourselves. We never allow our bodies and our mind to rest. We feel guilty for existing if we're not producing or achieving anything. That's how bad conditional worth affects you. It teaches you equations that make you believe that if you don't live by those rules, there's no way you can be loved, or you can be enough, or you can receive attention. Every single thing that comes without strings attached becomes a threat. It makes it dangerous for you to exist without overextending yourself. And the worst part of it all is that compliments do not heal you. No matter how many times your friends or people in your life are telling you that you are enough without doing what you're doing, you are enough without overextending yourself, that it's okay even if you say no, it's okay if you feel like you're disappointing me. Even if people straight out tell this to you, you cannot believe it. This wound cannot be healed with words or compliments alone. You need to do deep work. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to heal yourself and heal this pattern of constantly performing and exhausting yourself to feel loved. Hello guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel. This is Javeria, and on this YouTube channel, I help women understand when and why they abandon themselves and how they can heal this pattern of self-abandonment. I have started this whole series where I'm talking about what exactly self-abandonment looks like, where it comes from, what wounds are driving self-abandonment, and how you can heal and be a better person and choose yourself freely without being caged by these wounds. If you're interested in learning more from me, you can go ahead and subscribe this channel. And if you're a woman who wants to work with me one-on-one, you can find me on Instagram and DM me there. You can find the link for my Instagram in the bio of this channel. Let's get back to the video. If you're somebody who has suffered with this wound of conditional worth, I'm going to tell you what you can do to help yourself heal and not be driven by this wound anymore. Because living with conditional worth is exhausting, and conditional worth makes you abandon yourself in so many places, because the only way you can feel loved and deserving of love and existence is when you are overextending yourself for people. Since the themes of this channel revolve around self-abandonment, that's the reason I want to talk deeply about how you can heal this wound. Let's move towards the first point. First step is always self-awareness. You have to catch yourself as soon as you hear yourself asking the question, what do I have to do to deserve this? May it be kindness, love, attention, anything that you as a human deeply require and value. The main pillars of those things are love, attention, and value. Whenever you feel like you are asking yourself, what would make me worthy of receiving love or kindness or attention? Stop yourself. Allow yourself to observe the question initiating in your mind. When you notice yourself asking this question, I should rest after I finally finish this task, or I should feel like I deserve the love somebody's pouring into me after I've done a lot of things for them, even if that means that I had to do things which were out of my capacity. Or when you see yourself asking this question, I will feel worthy of this treatment somebody's giving me when I have allowed myself to overextend myself in a particular way. Because sometimes people are really kind, but that kindness does not register in our heart and minds because of our wounds. So kindness feels like a threat, and to avoid that threat, you push yourself to earn that kindness. When you see yourself asking this question, ask yourself another question. Why am I trying to earn this right now? Replacing the question, what do I need to do to earn this, with why am I trying to earn this right now, would allow you to see exactly what's the reason that's driving you to exhaust yourself just for existing. The second step of your healing would begin when you would separate your worth from your performance. Because everything you do creates value. May it be doing something out of love and kindness for people, or maybe exhausting yourself to be there for people so you may not disappoint them. Every single thing you're doing is valuable because you as a human is providing your beautiful energy for people who need it, but that does not mean it creates your value. Your value is inherent. It does not come from you overextending yourself. It does not come from you being there and being kind when somebody needs it. As soon as you realize this distinction, that your work, your kindness, your love has value, but you existed before all of them, and that your value existed with you, that will be when you finally realize that performance was never the foundation of your worth. The third step of your healing would begin when you start meeting your needs before you expect other people to meet them. You've probably heard this sentence, choose yourself. This is a very popular phrase. But in this scenario, you have to choose yourself more practically. You have to rest before you're exhausted. You have to say no, even if you feel guilty, because you do not have the energy to overextend yourself. You have to celebrate yourself. You have to allow yourself to feel worthy without earning your worth. Those are the things where you will feel finally met, and you will realize that nothing terrible happened after I stopped earning my worth. Nothing terrible happened after I started choosing myself and didn't wait on people to make me feel chosen or loved. The last step would be the most powerful one, because it would be like a stamp on all of the work that you've done. It will be allow yourself to disappoint people. Because when you will start healing this wound of conditional worth, you will see that a lot of people would be disappointed. And as uncomfortable as that would be, those are the people who benefited from you having this wound. So the people who would be triggered and disappointed from you choosing yourself would not be your people. Those people only liked you when you didn't say no. They only liked you when you overgave. They only liked you when you were exhausting yourself to pour into them. So as soon as you take your energy back, they would be triggered. Allow yourself to disappoint those people. This is how you break this equation. This is how you become somebody who can exist without earning their right to exist. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you're interested in hearing more from me, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you're interested in hearing what are the other wounds that make you abandon yourself, go ahead and find this series in my YouTube channel, where I'm going to be uploading more videos soon. I have already talked about the wound of not being chosen and how it affects your life. This video is about conditional worth, and soon I'm going to upload another video. So keep watching to learn more about it. I offer one-on-one sessions for women who struggle with these wounds. If you're interested in working directly with me, go ahead and find me on Instagram. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.